So anyway, guys, I says to Mabel, I says, "Oh shit, fuck. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Imperator Rome. I'm joined here by my friends Midgeman, Mus, Zate, and Roach. We are all conquering our various local regions and talking about nonsense while Midge slowly dies and not doing much.
You just need to join us. Join us, Midge, in the conversations. Just start talking.
If you can hold a conversation where I can contribute to,
you can always
Then-
contribute to
If you
conversation.
haven't seen Alienator, I don't know what to do.
I mean, come on. Come on, Army Grandpa is, or what was his? What would they call him? What was it? It was just Angry Grandpa. They always give they always give the.
see,
Grandpas of diminishing effectiveness.
Oh yeah.
there's a
that was
thing
yeah.
that basically my family ignore the 1980s because I was born post 80s. My brother was born before the 80s. My dad hates pretty much all 80s music, so it's kind of a period of time that we just avoid, which just happens to be where most of your cult films come from.
No, canon stuff was a lot in the 90s.
A lot in the 90s, a lot in actually the 70s as well, because that's when they did a lot of their exploitation films of various different subgroups. They exploited a lot of people during that time period.
I mean, everyone's been exploited in every time period.
I mean, that's true, but we're talking about film exploitation, which is a subgenre of film.
I don't know, the Romans exploited the fuck out of the British for a while.
That's true, that's true, that's true. And then the Normans.
The poor in general.
Irish.
Yeah. Other Italians.
Other English people.
I'll be honest, Phrygia is still pretty large.
Most of Europe, let's be honest, most of Europe. for a period of time.
Well, right now as well.
Well, that's true.
Apparently our PM wants Britain to decide in October, so there you go.
I mean, they should have decided about 3 months ago, but, you
How
know.
about 3 years ago, saying remain?
How many votes have there been now?
It's been lost to time,
Popular
Ben.
votes only
Nobody
one,
knows.
but of course politicians get to flip-flop all the way around. It's just that...
There's only been one public vote.
Yeah, but of
Yeah,
course...
well, yeah. I mean, how many times has your parliament basically had an option to choose and basically went, fuck if I know?
Too many times, basically.
Okay, so there was 3 on the 8 choices. The May's deal was voted on 5.
Let's let Midge
Oh
do
my
some
God.
trigonometry.
It's in the mid-20s now.
Carry the 2.
I'm not kidding, there's a single barbarian here.
I still love that.
His name's Jeff.
I still love that
Brit-
tweeted joke. It's just like the 5th time they voted on the deal. It was just like the year is 31-31, and British Parliament again continues the tradition of weekly voting down May's deal. Nobody knows when this tradition started.
Just continued through the ages.
It's continued through the ages.
15 total? That is your total army. And how about you? You got like 14, don't you?
I just got a comment from Rob Strader on my announcement video. And he's just like, "You just happen to have a suit of Legion armor lying about," and I'm just gonna comment, "Well, you paid for it."
Wow.
Who doesn't have a suit of Roman armor?
Me?
You guys?
Yeah.
Actually,
I
Roach
keep
might
my
have something,
Lorica
right?
segment
I don't have-
oiled and ready to go.
I don't have Roman armor.
I do actually, Ben. It has to be oiled every now and then.
To avoid squeaking.
Well, it's not that. It's more. Never mind. I was about ready to get into
I
armor
cut
maintenance.
my leg on it the other day.
I was about ready to get into.
You gotta
but-
put some leathers, get some leather straps on the rough edges there.
Well, you should be wearing you should be
do.
wearing the equivalent of underclothes. So you should have. It's not well.
Well, no,
what I know is you should have an
on my
arming.
open thigh? No, it's basically I tried
No.
to put it on my own.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't have
Was the
open.
Well, there's your problem. Where's your fucking squire?
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
you should have other people. But like in like you also, I'm fairly certain they didn't like that. It was fairly low cut, like or low cut underclothes for legionaries. They didn't have big open thighs.
They didn't wear pants. They just wore a tunic.
Yeah, but it was
Yeah,
it was a
I had a
long
tunic
tunic
on, and
though. It was.
Everybody knows only
Yeah,
barbarians wear pants.
Yeah, well, that's
It's
actually
basically
true back then.
Hey!
the tunic like
Lovely.
rode up a little bit with it as it scraped down, so then I've got basically a Nike tick on the back of my left thigh at the moment.
I actually have level
Fucking
1
hurt.
martial advances.
Well, yeah, it's good. Yeah,
Huzzah.
of course it's gonna hurt.
It's sharp metal.
Yeah. Though you probably shouldn't. It shouldn't be
Something
sharp
better.
though.
Well,
You should
actually,
probably
I do.
run a. You should probably run fine grit.
5.
Or
95%.
a fine grit
is better.
wheel to kind of bring down the sharpness of it, get it so it's smoother.
Ooh. Succession crisis.
Yeah, or it should be. It
Oh,
should have
hello.
a leather
Oh
guard on
shit!
it.
I've got
Yeah,
the
well-
kings that once served Alexander have started to pass away, and with them, so
Just a
does the
little
immediate
strip.
claims to
Depends
his
on where it
empire.
is.
So your
if
king
it's
died.
if it's on the edge,
Oh,
then
no,
yeah.
I've
but if
lost
it's
my
somewhere
claim on
else, it
the
could
Alexander's
impede
empire.
movement.
Okay,
Oh,
my
well,
disloyal
I've got
characters
the
list
old-fashioned
now
way.
has Vinoma Inamica the Victorious listed as VI Victorious. Okay.
I don't even want to try
I may want to
pronouncing
bribe you just a little
Wait.
bit.
any of
Wait,
the
guys,
characters.
I need to quickly pause. I'm having a succession crisis, and I need to know which generals are in it.
Yeah,
Oh.
you do you.
All of them?
He's the one of the main army that I've just built. Oh no! This is a new army. He just built an army. How do I? Can I seize his assets? I can seize his assets.
Seize his
Yes.
Fucking.
Can
Jesus,
encourage
bitch.
can I can't order him to disband, but can I reward veterans and then disband his army? I can for 220
busy
gold,
are
which
you?
is as the amount I've got. They've lost their
Don't really
loyalty. Okay, should be fine in the next month. Oh, okay. No, he just raised more. Create
he'll
new
do that.
unit. Can I create new? I can't create a new unit.
Can you strip off any units that aren't directly loyal?
No, it's not allowing me to. Okay, I'm just going to take my armies that are loyal to me and surround his army.
Bully circle.
Yeah, have him ready to jump on them.
Watch that army just walk away every single time.
Oh, I've got enough to completely surround it. It ran into an army.
Do you want to
The
be...
Great Macedonian Bully Circle.
It's time out of tradition.
You are in alliance, and you're also in alliance with me.
The
That's a
Romans had decimation. They had the Bully Circle.
Oh god, yeah, decimation. That's brutal.
Which
No,
is
they
it's
had
just one of the
an
most
emperor that made the
misused
march
words.
to Babylon in a year.
The decimation and annihilation are used almost interchangeably, but they shouldn't, because decimate means 1 in 10. So it's
Mhm.
it's not meant.
Yeah.
To, annihilation is what people should be using. But yeah.
I mean, decimation was still pretty brutal.
Well, no, but when people say, they've been decimated, when they
that's
colloquially,
what you-
Casualties were relatively light for the situation then. Great.
Yeah.
yeah,
Only one- yeah,
it's,
fair.
yeah, it's like 10% of the force where people are using it. It's like, oh, almost everybody's dead. That's not how it's supposed
Yeah,
to
it's
be.
like it's 90% of the
Yeah,
force instead of
it's a really
10%, yeah.
stupid thing to get annoyed by, but that's mostly just because I know what it's supposed to be used for. It's stupid.
Yeah, that's fair. Come on, I want oratory power so I can change the law.
And I'm perfectly comfortable with myself by saying it is a stupid thing I'm annoyed by. That doesn't mean it doesn't annoy me.
Can I get your loyalty up? I could bribe you. Okay, avoided the
Story of my
avoided,
playthrough, bribing
Okay.
everything.
avoided the civil war. Avoided the civil war and gained 30k manpower out of it
Wow. Oh, I could do with
because
that.
he insta raised an army. So yep.
And
Okay.
that
cool.
didn't affect your national manpower at all.
Didn't come out of my power. I had
That's-
no manpower. So.
That's weird because I guess
exploited.
is manpower not tied to the provinces specifically, or is it just an external like mana pool?
It's manpower available to you.
Yeah,
I
and
guess,
retinues gain from.
Ooh.
So I've got 21k manpower, basically just in retinues, and I don't have to feed them, which is lovely.
Yeah, oh yeah, I used that as Britain to all avail. I made sure I increased clan chiefs.
That's
so
that's my next move.
Yeah, I had 7 clan chiefs, all with their own army of about 40k, and it was really easy to keep loyalty with them. So I've got an offline Britain game where I'm Britannia at the moment, not Albion, because colonizing is very slow compared to invading things. But I own all the way from Britain to Italy. I don't own actually Italy because I'm friendly with Rome. But I own all of Germany. I've colonized all of Holland. Like, I own parts of Denmark. I own most of France. Like, it is potent because I've just got these armies that just automatically reinforce not out of my manpower.
Well, if they're disloyal, they do, I feel. Because I have lost manpower over time from disloyal armies for some reason.
They attrition out of your manpower.
Oh, it's attrition, right? That's
but
what
they
it
don't
is.
raise out of your manpower.
It seems like an odd difference. Like a kind of weird, a weird way to divide that line.
Yeah.
They should still take it from their own tribe, not from my... but there you go.
No, I mean, I do believe that attrition is actually not taken from you, but if they sometimes they get the events that they get, like extra troops in there, those are not the tribal retinues anymore. They are actually troops that are just loyal to them.
Yeah.
And those take
Oh,
the
right, yeah.
power.
Oh, I actually pay for these.
I went
see that now.
I went from 45 cohorts to 70 just because someone was going to rebel, and instead I just bribed him, and he was like, "Oh, okay, fine."
Okay, how much do I need for this idea? It's like 250 something. What was it again? Oh yeah, open hearings. Council laws. That would give me an extra clan chief, and the moment I become regional, I get another.
Yep.
So that's 4.
Oh yeah.
But I need oratory power for that, so... More sitting on our hands, and wondering why there's an Odovikia army standing here with no power.
Yeah, I'm currently pretty much out of manpower, so I'm just sitting here.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Oh, you've grown a fair bit.
Well, a little bit, yeah.
Zay, let's have a look. Oh yeah.
Rome's doing
See you
alright
on
for
the
itself. I see you've
Well,
been...
Rome starts with claims with everyone. So.
Oh yeah, I know,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So, Roach, cities like Utikar under your control?
You'll
to
have
a
to.
degree?
You're gonna have to give me more than that. I don't. I don't-
No, I see. They're feudal to you. I see it.
Oh, you mean my tributes?
Pretty much every harbor you have, yes.
Not every harbor. I have a. Do you not see actual the whole northern coast that is just nothing but harbors? Every other province that I control.
Oh my god.
Ooh, public infidelity. Oh my.
Oh my.
I could flog him.
Yes, flog him
Or-
because he was using his rod.
That's a good reason, actually. And also,
Flog rod.
yeah. Oh yes, tribal chief level 1. Well, I'll have him flogged. Flog the fucker, literally.
Waka waka.
Hubba hubba.
I'm just eating some gnocchi.
So what?
GNOCCY. I.
Yeah, do you not know what gnocchi is?
Do you mean gnocchi?
Gnocchi?
Gnocchi.
No,
Gnocchi.
no, you're actually wrong about that. That's not how they say it.
Maybe he's eating something different.
I
think it is, Ronan.
I don't know because you're thinking the same thing I'm. It's gnocchi, right? Like that's a.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
With a G.
Yeah.
No, not with a G.
Okay, because there's a thing called gnocchi that is a food, and that's like describe the dish you're eating right now.
Yeah. What is it?
Yeah.
What is it?
Oh yes.
Tiny potato dumplings.
Oh yeah. No, you're wrong.
You're wrong. It's gnocchi. that's what it's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, level 1. Civic advance is still taking with on. Think smarter.
Let's let Google decide here. Hang on a second.
Yeah, but that speaks with an
What
American
can you
accent.
tell me about gnocchi?
What do you mean? Is that
Okay, that's an American poet.
What? Now try gnocchi.
What can you tell me about gnocchi?
Italian restaurants near you.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go. It found it when we said it with the G, the correct pronunciation. It found it. Alexa
the
wins.
correct
Google.
pronunciation in the USA.
I think.
And everywhere.
I think it's-
Show me gnocchi. Yeah, it searched it for me. I think it's an accent pronunciation thing.
Yeah,
Probably.
because we pronounce it as gnocchi. Yes.
It's like, yeah, it's gnocchi. Like Narnia.
I'm gonna go ahead and agree with Roach for the first time ever.
Oh, come on, we can agree. We've agreed on other things before. Just like how
Yeah, I
Neil
know.
Breen is a genius of a man.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's
Genius filmmaker.
genius filmmaker, one of the best.
Monthly loyalty plus 20.
You should study him, Mitch. You should study his
Yes,
films.
I'm gonna lose.
I do not ever want to.
Neil Breen, it's sheer Breenius.
The fact that you've made up a word to describe it.
No,
Shows
I
you
have not made up
why
anything.
we
I've not made up anything.
Hmm.
It's been redefined.
X.
That's how it's said now because of just the sheer magnitude of Neil Breen's genius.
I'm gonna press X to doubt on that one.
I can guarantee it is the funnest you'll ever have watching a movie. It's just trying to figure out what's going on during his films. It's amazing.
He just rubbed anthrax on someone's shoulder?
Yeah, it's literally watching, like, there's the joke is like, oh, it's like an alien made the film. It's, like, not hyperbolically. Every film
Oh.
he makes is like watching, it's like watching a Vulcan try and act. It's amazing.
Kind of on that sort of line. Did I talk to you guys about the chapter of Harry Potter that was written by an AI?
No.
No.
Okay, so a company got all the Harry Potter books and made an AI read them all, and then told it to write a new book and write a new chapter. And I'm gonna read some for you because I'm not doing much else, and it's fucking hilarious.
Uh-oh.
Harry Potter as written by AI. It's quite funny, but it's also quite good. So this is Harry Potter and the portrait of what looks like a large pile of ash. Chapter 13, the handsome one. The castle grounds snarled with a wave of magical magnified wind. The sky outside was a great black ceiling, which was full of blood. The only sounds drifting from Hagrid's hut were the disdainful shrieks of his own furniture. Magic. It was something that Harry Potter thought was very good. Leathery sheets of rain lashed at Harry's ghost as he walked across the ground.
He's dead?
This is where it gets really weird. Ron was standing there, doing a kind of frenzied tap dance. He saw Harry and immediately began to eat Hermione's family.
So he's a
Thanks.
zombie.
Hang on, Harry Potter tap dances?
Ron's
just have to
Ron
fight for
shirt
my-
was just as bad as Ron himself. Is a paragraph on its own.
Wait, how long until this just turns into like lewd fanfic?
I think I just
mean,
got my title here.
He was just eating Hermione's family. Take that as you will.
Oh my.
If you two can't clump happily, I'm going to get aggressive, confessed the reasonable Hermione. What about Ron magic? Offered Ron to Harry. Ron was a loud, slow, and a bit... and what was the point? To Harry, Ron was a loud, slow, and soft bird. Harry did not like to think about birds. Death Eaters are on top of the castle, Ron bleated, quivering. Ron was going to be spiders. He just was. He wasn't proud of that, but it was going to be hard not to have all the spiders all over his body after all is said and done.
Yep, no, it's getting into territory that it's getting.
Spiders is code word for.
Okay. Look, said Hermione. Obviously, there's loads of Death Eaters in the castle. Let's listen on their meetings. The three complete friends zapped into the landing outside the door of the castle roof. They almost legged it, but witches are not climbing. Ron looked at the doorknob and then looked at Hermione with searing pain. I think it's closed, he noticed. Locked, said Mr. Staircase, the shabby-robed ghost. They looked at the door, screaming about how it closed, and was asking it to be replaced
Mr.
with a small
Staircase.
orb. The password was beef women, cried Hermione. That's in all caps, so I had to shout it.
Oh dear.
Hold on, let me just check the game for a moment.
Let's tab back in, see if my country's exploded.
Where was I? Beef women. Oh, yeah.
Where was I? Beef women. Okay.
Um,
Fair enough.
it's not a sentence I thought I'd say.
Sentence you don't want to say.
You don't say.
Harry, Ron, and Hermione quickly stood behind a circle of Death Eaters who looked bad. I think it's okay if you like me, said one Death Eater. Thank you very much, replied the other. The first Death Eater confidently leaned towards to plant a kiss on his cheek. Oh, well done, said the second as his first stepped back again. All the Death Eaters clapped politely.
Oh,
Then
there's like
they
a crowd?
took-
Is it...
They all took a few minutes to go about the plan of getting rid of Harry's magic. Harry could tell that Voldemort was standing right behind him. He felt a great overreaction. Harry tore his eyes from his head and threw them into the
You
forest.
said this was quite good? This was...
Oh shit. Okay, now
I mean, it's a good laugh.
That's true.
It's good. It's a good laugh.
Um,
Oh crap.
where was that?
okay.
Voldemort
That's gonna
raised
be
his
expensive.
eyebrows at Harry, who could see nothing at the moment. Yeah, he just ripped his eyes out. Of course he can't see anything. Right. Voldemort, you're a very bad and mean wizard, Harry savagely said. Hermione nodded encouragingly. The tall Death Eater was wearing a shirt that said, Hermione has forgotten how to dance. So Hermione dipped
What's with
his
all
face
the
in
dancing?
mud.
I don't remember this much dancing in Harry Potter.
It's probably that one
Uh,
chapter in one of the books where they had a dance.
there's a
Only
ball.
one. Yeah, there's a ball.
It probably...
There's the ball.
The AI is probably putting
Um,
way too much emphasis on that one area in the book. Because
Well, they go because that's listed throughout the book because they're all looking for like a date to the dance, aren't they? Because they're trying to get that whole school vibe in. Ron threw a
we're
wand at
critiquing an AI's...
Ron threw a wand at Voldemort, and everyone applauded. Ron smiled. Ron reached for his wand slowly.
Mm.
Oh
Ron's
my.
the handsome one, muttered Harry as he reluctantly reached for his.
Oh!
They cast a spell or two, and jets of green light shot out and the
Oh.
Death Eaters' heads. Ron flinched.
I got a duel to the death, so there's gonna be a disband after this.
Oh no!
But at least they'll
We
gain
just got to the
loyalty
money
this.
shot.
Yeah.
Not so handsome now, thought Harry.
Oh my
as he-
god, they both got wasted. They fucking both got wasted.
as
Okay.
oh, as he dipped Hermione in hot sauce.
Whoa!
Well, that's another army
The Death
gone.
Eaters were dead now, for some reason. And Harry was hungrier than he'd ever been. Oh my god, it's going into cannibalism. Oh god.
Who are you loyal to?
Harry Potter, apparently.
No.
The Great Hall was filled with an incredible moaning, chandeliers, and a large librarian who had decorated the sinks with books about masonry. Mountains of mice exploded. Several long pumpkins fell out of McGonagall. Dumbledore's hares scooted next to Hermione as Dumbledore arrived at school. The pig of Hufflepuff pulsed like a large bullfrog. Dumbledore smiled at it. He placed his hand on its head. You are Hagrid now.
Oh my.
We are the only people that matter. He's never going to get rid of us, Harry, Hermione, and Ron said in chorus. The floor of the castle seemed like a large pile of magic. The Dursleys had never been
Pile
to
of
the castle.
magic.
Is it Dudley spelled wrong?
the Dursleys had never been to the castle, and they were not about to come in there. Harry Potter and the portrait of
supposed
what
to be.
looked like a large pile of ash. Harry looked
I-
around himself and fell down the spiral staircase for the rest of summer. I'm Harry Potter, Harry began yelling. The dark arts better be worried. Oh boy! And that's all that it wrote.
That's,
That's actually the end of the episode.
Oh,
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah,
That's
perfect.
Oh, well, thank you. This
Yeah,
is
this
a-
was,
Oh,
Ben.
this is me.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching, everybody. Harry Potter and the pile of something that looks like ash. And we will see you all next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
bye bye.
Bye.